Ben, I'm in front of Publix right now over in the town center, and I spoke with Susan King. She's the CEO and president of Feeding Northeast Florida, and she tells me that they too are seeing an increase in the number of people coming to their distribution centers recently. And I had a chance to catch up with one local shopper after she had a pretty hefty grocery bill later today.
It's hard out there with the prices going up.
This is Carol O'Neill's struggle after spending over $500 buying groceries.
We've never paid that high. It's not good.
O'Neill's sentiment reflects how many Floridians are feeling about high food costs, according to recent data. A new poll released by No Kid Hungry Florida in partnership with Aspect Strategic found that 82% of Floridians say the cost of food is rising faster than their
January through April of 2025 compared to 26. We've seen more than a 17% increase in the number of households we're serving. We've also seen a 16% increase in the number of pounds we've distributed just in those 4 months.
As for Carol, she plans to continue shopping strategically.
You have to look around, shop the sales, and see what kind of good deals you can get.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, we're going to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Mekakabash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the elect feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, with sincerity, truth, and with charity. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, which the world ignorantly calls God. Bahashem means in the name of, and Yahushai is the true name of the Son, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His true name is Yahushai in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew. Once again, Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson. I'm the brother Barak. I'm here with brother Yawasap. And once again, Lord willing, this be edifying, straight into the point. We're going to be speaking about food prices increasing, right? This is part of prophecy, right? And if you paid attention to the clip I put in the video, you might not have seen the clip, but it basically shows a $519 grocery bill, a grocery receipt. And, this lady, it looked like she didn't get that much stuff. But back then, this you'd be paying, what, $100 at most for something like this. People get some paper towels, right? Some fucking chips, some meat, right? But it damn near is not going to cost you $500. Right, but even these regular grocery stores now that once we're getting good deals, now like they're expensive. Like you go to Costco now, that shit will cost you you'll come out with a fucking $500 grocery bill.
If you're filling up your cart to the top, 700, 800.
Yeah.
And that's not how it used to be back then, man. They're slowly, gradually pressing it up. But the Lord, He spoke about these things.
Yeah.
He's preparing it little by little for famines to take place.
I got Revelation 6 verse 6. It says, "And I heard a voice among the four living beings say, a loaf of wheat." Actually, let's bring this out in KJV. It says Revelation 6 verse 6. "And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine." Right? What is that talking about? That's speaking about the price of food being the cost of a day's wages, because that word penny, if you go into the Strongs for the word penny, right, it translates to a denarius, a denarion, which was a Roman silver coin, right, being equal to about a day's wages, right? So now the price of and the price of wheat, or the price of food in this context will. And nowadays, right, the price of food is going to cost you a day's wages, right? And price of, you want to get some basic food, you want to get some bread. Well, it's going to get to a point beyond worse than this. It's going to get so bad. You're going to have to be paying a day's wages.
Yeah, $50, $60 for a loaf.
It's going to be that bad out here.
I got it. This is Ezekiel 14 and 13. "Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out mine hand upon him, and break the staff of the bread thereof, and I will send famine upon him, and I will cut off man and beast from him." What's going on, man? Not only our people, but these wicked heathens, man, are abusing. They're abusing the land. You know, when do you ever see people giving their crops or their land a land center, proper land center, right? When do you see them giving the land a little bit of rest? They're constantly tilling, just pushing out, food, man. But it's just not doing it in the right way. You know, putting pesticides, spraying, and people don't think that there's not consequences over the years, man, to that land that they're growing. And there's just a bunch of shit going on with this place. Ultimately, even these farmers, man, are being bought out, man. They're selling out for a price. Bill Gates is buying up all the land, right? Doing all this GMO stuff. So pretty soon it's gonna be set up to where there's gonna be famines, and the only way you're gonna be able to get food is through these wicked elites and rulers that are gonna really be giving you fake food. You know, they're not gonna be giving you real food. Right?
Yeah, the scriptures say what? Right? Isaiah 14:7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fowler has come up against us. Meaning what? That even the trees are going to be at rest, and the people are going to dance when Esau, he gets put out of the rulership. Because he basically, he's destroying the environment, taking all the farmland. His farming practices aren't even proper, right?
I got one. This is Joel 1:17-20. The seed is rotted under their clods, and the garners are laid desolate. The barns are broken down, for the corn is withered. How do the beasts groan? The herds of cattle are perplexed, because they have no pasture. Yea, the flocks of sheep are made desolate. O the Lord, to thee will I cry, for the fire hath devoured the pastures of the wilderness, and the flames have burnt all the trees in the field. The beasts of the field cry also unto thee, for rivers of waters are dried up, and the fire hath devoured the pastures of the wilderness. So what do you see? You see land, certain rivers being dried. You see constant fires, non-stop fires. And every time you look at the news, you see wildfires in California, wildfires in Canada. That wind's blowing smog and smoke onto the rest of the rest of Babylon. The air is fucked up. The food's fucked up. The animals are feeling it. These animals, man, are throwing themselves on the shore to just die, just to off themselves.
Yeah, but
Cattle, livestock, offing themselves because they're even so distressed. The land, the earth, man, is crying and sighing. The trees, because these things are done unrighteously, man. Right?
Yeah, and just going, and just and going back, right? Because these people, they're gonna right now they even now though they still think some of these people, they think they're in a good case, right? Because these people had a spirit of It's funny because I saw this video of these showing these Australian people, these Edomites. They were basically showing the grocery store empty with shelves, and these two women were just laughing almost like some sort of joke. But you're good, because woe unto you that laugh now, right? Because you're gonna mourn later. You're gonna be fucking losing it when you got no more fucking shower, no more air conditioner, no more food, no more fucking no more Instagram, right? And I have something real quick. Can I bring this?
I got something I'm gonna say. Right
Yeah, 2 Ezra 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sore famine and great confusion. Right? These people, they think just because they can order Uber Eats now, they can go to a store and get some Lay's potato chips. Right? They can still go to the market across the street. There's still food. They think they're going to be in a good case. They think, oh, that would never happen. We have enough food to supply billions of people. But you can't go against the Lord, man. If the Lord wants a famine to happen, he's gonna allow it to happen.
He's gonna put everything intricately in place to where that famine is gonna happen, no matter what. You people can stock up all you want, but guess what? You might be somewhere and then you can't get to that stockpile. So what good is it? But I had a point.
Go ahead.
These women, man, right? They have it so easy. They complain whether you take them to the Cheesecake Factory, they bitch and moan. They want to go to 5-star restaurants. They don't want to eat fucking tomahawk steak, lobsters. They post that shit online.
Disgusting.
Take advantage of men. Go and do an OnlyFans.
They
have it so. They have it so easy.
You give them $2,000. No, they wanted $10,000.
They have it so easy. Well, guess what? The Lord's gonna set it up to where you're gonna be begging for crumbs, man. For the crumbs that sit on the bottom of a McDonald's bag of fries. Right? You're gonna be licking the.
You're gonna be like licking the salt,
container,
the
licking
salt.
the salt on the floor to get some food. Those are the times we're coming into, man. Because you people are so ungrateful. So ungrateful with all these unethical, crazy out of the world expectations from men. Well, guess what? Y'all ain't gonna be left with nothing, man.
You're gonna be trodden down as a mire in the streets. Yeah, we hope that we're gonna see some of these evil women. They're gonna be getting ran over with tanks. You're gonna see their head rolling across the street like a bowling ball, like a fucking like a ball, like a volleyball. They're just gonna be kicking it
You
around.
ever see those Campbell's chicken noodle soup or the ravioli that just rolls and it keeps rolling?
Yeah.
That's gonna be you bitches' heads, man, just rolling on the floor. And we don't care what you gotta say. All right, you don't like the language, hop off the page because we're just gonna speak it how it is. This is gonna happen. Whether this offends you or not, this is gonna happen. But for the elect lady, for the sisters that are truly sincere, and the Lord knows whether you're truly sincere or not. All right, you sisters are gonna be in good standing because you're respecting the men of the Lord. You're being a helpmeet unto your husband. That's a different story. We respect you, few and sincere. I mean, very few and sincere sisters. But for the rest of you punk ass bitches, man, if you don't repent, that's it, man. We don't care about it.
I got 2 Esdras 15:19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation, right? And that's the lack of bread, meaning what? Lack of food, right? And so we're going to see people breaking into homes, robbing, raping each other, killing each other. Oh, you're going to see some people, they're going to come back with a whole stack of meat. They're going to be, where did you get this meat from? Don't worry about it. That's what they say. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they're going to be cooking their babies, fucking killing, eating people. But can I bring this statistic out real quick? This is just some statistics real quick. It says no kid hungry, Florida and Aspect strategic poll. It says 82% say cost of food rising faster than income. 47% of families pick between buying food or transportation. 49% families with child 18 or younger report skipping meals. 70% financial situation has suffered due to food costs. Right, so people are there in this catch-22 of they have to work, but they have to also pay for their food, and they also have to pay for their transportation, and they also have to pay for their bills for the next month. So they can't even get food, so they have to work even more, and then it's just like the nonstop.
And these people, man, they had it to where they were so used to going on family vacations, Disneyland, Universal Studios. Dad swiping the credit card. Not a single care in the world. Now they're looking at each other on the table. You can't even get a can of beans and some pasta and meat, and they notice the portions are smaller.
I remember, bro. when I was a little kid, like I would see like these fucking Edomites. They'd be getting like PS5s for Christmas, like you getting like the whole Xbox. Like you're not even getting the whole Xbox one. You're getting the bundle, like the $500 one. You're getting like. They're getting all this crazy shit, and they would just leave it now. They wouldn't even use it, right? But the main point is, right, like these same people, man, you're starting to see them. The bills are getting a little bit too high, and you're seeing that spirit now. They're not buying the same. They're not buying like they used to. You know what I'm saying?
They're looking at their son. Yo, that PS4, that PS5, I got you. How much you think it's gonna sell if you give it in GameStop?
Yep.
You know, they're starting to pawn stuff. They're starting to
pawn their phones, pawn their
you
know what I'm saying?
Selling their box now at an all-time high, never before doing sex work, because they can't afford their bills, man. You got,
and it's a fat, ugly woman too.
It's not like some decent-looking woman, because there's some women that have to do it. They have to do it. They have no other choice. But no, these are just average women, bro. Just selling themselves. This is Luke 21:11 in the red letter. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences and fearful sights and great signs there shall be from heaven. You know, so there's gonna be lots of fearful sights.
Not only just famines, you're gonna have earthquakes. You're gonna have the Leviathan come out. You're gonna have these newly created creatures come out. Whilst there's war and tribulation, right? While all of these things are happening.
And I think there's like 6 to 11% of the whole ocean has been discovered. So you're telling me that other 90%, 95%, whatever the number is not discovered yet. Could you imagine the type of creatures the Lord is keeping down there?
And you got to remember too, when there's earthquakes, there's also tsunamis, right? So then what happens? The ocean level, you got the ocean rises, right? So you're gonna start seeing gators and sharks and different fucking eels pop up in people's houses, snakes, while they're out here starving. They got no electricity. No, man, bro, it's gonna be. Tawada Yahweh Shemel Shai, because this is the destruction that's going to happen to these wicked people, right? But also, even if they survive all these things, they're going to have to still get those nuclear missiles, man, right? Even if they bunkered themselves, even if they fucking hit out in the middle of the fucking Alapasha Mountains, whatever the fuck you call them, Appalachian Mountains, right? You have thousands of nuclear missiles just waiting for you, man.
Like specifically designed to hit you, right?
And that's the thing, bro. It's going to be a flood with literal fire.
Elected to obtain a
because that's second death, right? We can go into the second death real quick,
But that's
right?
a lot for a lot of you people, because we're the hopeful elect. We hope to be of the elect, right? We're given diligence and make a call in the election, sure. But for you other people, man, on the left-hand side, if you ain't on the elect, man, then you're gonna either receive terrible judgments, or the Lord's gonna save you for that day where He unleashes the missiles for you, man.
Yeah. This is Revelation 20:14. It says, "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death." Right? So the first death was what? When Noah was on the earth and the Lord flooded the earth, right? And the second death is going to be with nuclear fire, right? It's going to be so that's the second death, right? And that's what's happening for you people, man. If you're not with the Lord, right? If you're not with Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, right? And if He hasn't ordained you, man, if you're not part of His elect, right? Because really, first of all, you need the Lord for all of this. And if you have the Lord, you're done, bro. You're going to be literally cooked like an oven, right?
Microwave.
Yeah, I got another one. Malachi 4:1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch." Right? That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna burn like a fucking oven, man. But all these other things, right? Famine, earthquakes. These are gonna happen on top of the rising price of the food, right? That's just the beginning of it. This is the beginning of these signs that are gonna happen, man. Right? You're saying 80+% of people are saying what food prices are getting a little bit too high, right? Price of Doritos $7, price of Hershey bars fucking $7,
Crazy, man.
price of fucking Lay's potato chips, right?
99 cents it used to be back in the day. And these people, man, they want to go back. They're in this nostalgic spirit. Oh, the world was so good back then.
Man, fuck your
Yeah,
world, man.
Like reposting all these like nostalgic things, man, just to get that feeling. Like it's just over with, bro. Like fucking grow up. Like death and destruction is coming, bro. Death and destruction is coming. You gotta have a cold heart. Like you what are you gonna do? You gotta accept the reality, man, that death and destruction.
That's over. It's over for you people, man.
man.
Because the scriptures say what? Let's bring this out. Esau is the end of the world, right? 2 Ezra 6:9, it says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." Right? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, meaning it's the end of your world. And there's going to be a world after this. It's going to belong to the Israelites, right? Which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and you Israelite foreigners, right? That will look like the heathen, but you come from the seed line of Jacob, right? This is for the elect of the nation of Israel, because 2/3 of our people will be cut off completely. Or they're going to be burned on this side by thermonuclear fire. But as I was saying, though, these are all the things that are going to happen, man. Famines, earthquakes, right? But, yeah, you got anything else, Ak?
No, that's it, man.
Yeah, so with that, we're going to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Barakadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the elect feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Shalom.